corner. Line change for the Huskies as Haley Theodosopoulos throws it in. Front bouncing puck is fanned on. That was Hannah Barnes, the right defenseman there. Looked like Hannah might have gotten shaken up there as she went in for the shot. She scampers to the bench. Either that or it's an equipment problem right away for Barnes for St. Cloud State. Hinsey, defenseman, intercepted Newland. And then threw it across and cleared by Emily Anthony. Anthony for the center, Britton Fleming on this second line, sophomore. And the first shot on goal by Fleming and the Mavericks. Now Fleming reversing the puck to the far wall. Julia Tilke bangs it to the line. Held in there by Anna Wilkren. Wilkren, the reigning WCHA Defensive Player of the Month. She also leads all WCHA skaters in block shots entering play today. 54 block. That's also tied for fourth best in the NCAA. Low angle shot there by the Mavericks. Taylor Glension. And one sticked away by Polusny. We are past the 2-minute mark of the first period here in our first game of the afternoon. Coming up later today, right here as well on Flow Hockey TV and BTN to go by Britton Fleming. And then fired back in by the Huskies here as they will change lines. No score, opening period. Poinar, or this is Brooke Bryant rather, in. Far circle, nice pirouette there. Got a backhander away, but sent it wide to the corner. Mariah Gardner centering it across, deflected by the Huskies into the corner. Now here's another chance as Poinar got to the loose puck, but that one never got through. In the slot, and it'll be settled down by Claire Budarak. Budarak skating behind the net. Nice check there with the stick by Kenzie Wiley, knocking it away, but the Huskies can't get it out. Pointer sends it over. Not much on the shot by Glension, covered up by Palouse side half wall. Knocked back into the corner by Haley Theodosopoulos, a UND transfer. 1 of 2 on the ice today, as the other is Becca Kolstad, also on the ice right now, wearing number 22 for the Mavericks. Kilduff, long outlet ahead. And that one received by Boyd, and then Boyd tried to spin and feed it into the middle for Kolstad. That went through her skates, but Kolstad able to work it off for McLaughlin. Behind Kolstad, centered Boyd, and that one failed to click. Back come the Huskies. Here comes Julia Tilke. She is dangerous. Tilke in, sends it wide. Karen Theodosopoulos, quick shot. Oh, Levy got a pad on it, but it almost snuck through the 5-hole. Levy a little slow getting across left to right, and I think that was designed by the Huskies there. Are back at full strength. Budarak cycles it into the corner. Herzog is there for the Huskies. Kicks it away now from the Maverick player, working it around. Tilke ahead, and a chance here comes Huskies with Emma Bingham. Bingham, though, gets chopped down as getting back was Tristan Truax. Good back checking there by the Mavericks as Budarak sends it out in front, and then the puck came right onto the stick of Anna. Officials today, Alicia Hanrahan and Sarman Osman are the referees. Brian Jansen and Jamie. John Harrington throwing his hands up there on the no call. Harrington in his 3rd year at the helm of MSU Mankato. The second 1980 Olympian to coach in this women's WCHA league. Has got the Mavericks on the right track. Winning record here out of the break. Trying to keep things going here. These two teams split in earlier series this season as Polusny covers up a loose puck, and the Trikas will dump the puck into the offensive zone. Change coming on the ice here for St. Cloud State with 4:11 to play in the opening period. Long pass misses McLaughlin. Coming out to play it is Polusny. Now McLaughlin here with a change coming on. 4 new skaters for the Mavericks. It's Corbin Boyd. Over for Kilduff. Kilduff sends it in behind. Mavericks work it around to the right wing side. Kolstad, high slot here, firing over the crossbar. That one whizzed past the left ear of Polusny. Hinsey for Boyd, centering for Kolstad, broken up by the Huskies, and that one just out of the reach of the right defenseman Hinsey, and so the Mavericks have to touch back up here. 3.5 to play in the opening period. Ola Kanen turning it over. Fleming trying to feed it in front, got the puck back, and then sent that one wide, high off the glass behind the St. Cloud net. Couple of good chances for the Mavericks here in the last 5 minutes of this first period. Budarak now right wing, 3-on-3. Drop pass for Galenshin, but Tilke coming back to knock it away. Here comes Newland for the Huskies back 2-on-2 with Bingham. Newland cutting to the middle. Newland shoots, he scores! He's around her. And Fleming will dig it off the wall here. Some big strides there by the sophomore. Moving in, drop pass. Emily Anthony with a fire here, looking for a stick perhaps there. Fleming was in position there to redirect, but could not connect with that puck. Now the Mavericks trying to catch St. Cloud caught up at the blue line. Theodosopoulos plays it off the linesman, came back to Theodosopoulos. Now Hinsey clears, nearly tying the hockey game there. Tied for first in the on her team with 5 goals, leads with 12 points. Career-wise against St. Cloud, she is the active leader there with 8 points, including 1 goal and 7 assists. Below the line in the Maverick zone, this is Wilgren. Wilgren sending it around, held dead by Newland. Sends it into the corner for Julia Tilke. Tilke knocked to her knees as the puck banged behind the Maverick net by Megan Hinsey. Onto the stick of Newland. Newland in the slot to the net. Positioned in front there, looking for the puck was Theodosopoulos, but the Mavericks break that up and back in. Here's Brooke Bryant. Bryant will send it around. Emily Anthony trying to center for Bryant in front of the Husky net. Broken up and cleared around by Geyer. Now it's sent to the front of the St. Cloud net again. This one sticked away by Polusny for the Huskies. Now loose puck in the bench area. Newland picks this up. Newland trying to make a move, falls down. As toppling on top of her was Jordan Jackson. Puck comes back in, delayed offside. The Huskies finally touch up. Here's a chance, though, for the Mavericks, as Sydney Pricks have had some good chances in this hockey game to get on the board. Polusny has been, so far, pretty good between the pipes for the Huskies. Not overly tested, but she has faced some quality shots. Levy, very solid at the Maverick end. Here comes Julia Tilke with speed as she tries to race around Tristan Truax. Forced to the corner. Newland will take a shot blocked by Anthony. Got the puck back, and the second shot off a stick to the corner. Taylor Wemple now trying to feed it out front. Steered to the corner by Wilgren for the Mavericks. Newland with it again. Her feed low, intercepted by Anthony. Now she'll push it up ahead. Here comes Brooke Bryant down the right wing. Brooke Bryant, the freshman out of Linden, California. Prep hockey with the Anaheim Ducks of the Midget AAA. Good movement here by Fleming now. And Fleming will throw a backhander, leading that category 15-6, including a 15-9 rather margin, including a 4-2 edge this period. Out front, Kolstad bangs it in, and we're tied. And Kolstad with the one-timer past Polusny. Becca Kolstad, her 6th. And the senior from Mankato, who started her career at North Dakota. After that program dropped, came back home for her final 2 years, and her senior year has probably been her best so far. And we're tied at 1 now at the 6:42 mark of the second period. Boy, Kolstad chopping down Newland, and the referee's letting it go. Back comes McLaughlin. McLaughlin, soft shot, low, and scrambling to cut the board all the way down. No icing here. Cedarburg could have played. Past the halfway point of the game, 1-1. Long breakout pass to Budarak. Budarak cutting to the middle, loses the puck, and Wiley clears it from the front. Olkers to the line, and a shot there by Hinsey was blocked. Team lead in goals with her 6th of the season. She also leads the team with 3 game winners this year. A 1-1 hockey game here from Ritter Arena. This is the Minnesota Cup, powered by Gel Sticks. Dan Hamann with you here for game 1. Game 2 at 4:07, Minnesota Duluth. Budarak plays it in deep. The Mavericks were offside, have to touch up. So Hansen with a lot of space for Herzog. Herzog will get it ahead. Theodosopoulos will tip it into the offensive zone. Tilke knocks down a puck behind the net. Now she gets tangled up there with a Maverick defender. And we're going to have a penalty here. It's going to be, I think, on St. Cloud. Here with 6:40 to play in period 2. 1-1 game. The Mavericks down 1-0 after 1. Becca Kolstad has tied the hockey game up. HA in saves, save percentage, and shutouts. She won't get the shutout today, but the saves and save percentages are right there for the MSU Mankato Mavericks. And what a get she has been for Coach John Harrington and his staff. I'm sure Sherry Dickerman, the assistant coach, who back in her playing days was Sherry Vogt, a former All-American goaltender for the Mavericks. Here comes Fleming winding up. Hard shot whistles wide. Karam comes out. Here come the Huskies with numbers. Newland centered it. Tilke, though, couldn't pull it back in for St. Cloud, and that thwarts the odd man rush. Now Wemple fans on a pass. Here come the Mavericks with a chance. Bryant, 1-on-1, now 1-on-2, but the drop pass off the mark for Culdiff. Here come the Huskies back the other way. Theodosopoulos with the fire from the top of the circle here. That one wide, and Corbin Boyd there to clear it away for the Mavericks. Now up is Kolstad. Drop pass McLaughlin. Winds up, slap shot wide. Centered again. Here's Boyd. Boyd will spin. That one off of a St. Cloud stick to the corner. Kolstad working off the contest so far as we are at the 17-minute mark of the period. Emily Anthony, cycle Fleming. Fleming comes out front, able to tap it across. A long shot off the stick of Hinsey goes wide. Now Kilduff feeds it for Brooke Bryant. Over for Hinsey. Hinsey on the wall. Centering attempt off the skates of Hansen. And then Hansen will slingshot it out of the corner boards all the way down. But no icing here as Kilduff will retrieve behind Levy in the Maverick end of the ice. McLaughlin in. Brooke Bryant walking to the front of the net is desperately trying to tie her up was Wiley. Now here's a chance for Boyd. Boyd with a low angle shot, and the Huskies will clear. So St. Cloud will need some help here in the third period, but this is, if you look at past scoring trends, the best period for Mankato. They have only given up 6 goals all season long in the third period. They've outscored their opponents 15-6. In the third stanza, it's a +9. While St. Cloud is at a -3 goal differential as we start play here in the third. St. Cloud, when trailing after 2, just 1-10-0. Here's a long shot on goal. Tristan Truex with a good slap shot. Knocked down by Poluszny, and then it was bouncing around a bit and finally cleared out here by the Huskies. Julia Tilke coming in for St. Cloud will ring it around. Haley Theodosopoulos is there, pinning the puck to the wall. Now Tilke comes in, digs it off. Tilke skating right to the front of the net, fires low. Pad save by Levy. Good job by Tilke using the defender Wilgren as a screen. Could not sneak it past, though, the Mankato Maverick netminder Levy. As back comes Wilgren now, the defenseman throwing it out front. Anthony with a tap at the puck there, but did not get it on goal. I don't know if she was trying to feed it back across for Brooke Bryant or trying to get that one on goal. In any case, the Mavericks do not come up with anything there on that rush. Leading 2-1 still here, though. Back out at front. Here's a chance again, this time as face-off near dot. Theodosopoulos battling. Corbin Boyd will dig it out of the corner. Now start up here for the Mavericks on the right wing. Corbin Boyd, though, at the line here. Had it taken away by Geyer for Newland. Newland loses it, but Theodosopoulos now will fire it in. Yanina Newland, who has scored the goal for St. Cloud, back to the blue line. And trying to hold it in was Hansen. Unable to do so. McLaughlin now trying to chase down a puck here as it's knocked to the corner by Geyer. Past the 5-minute mark of the third. Mankato with a pair of goals in the second lead this one over St. Cloud 2-1. The winner of this game will face the winner of game 2 at 4:07. Tristan Truax a shot. That one glanced off of Geyer and almost into her own net. And now the puck off the... Another shot off the Mavericks the first period in Columbus, Ohio. Exhibition game between the OSU Buckeyes and the Minnesota Whitecaps. And it's a 1-1 contest here after 20 minutes. Clarkson and Northeastern skated to a 3-3 draw today in Ireland. As Northeastern scored 3 goals. Whoa, here's a chance for Anthony. And now a rebound attempt by Bryant steered wide. Poluszny came up big against Anthony. And the rebound not on goal. Now Anthony trying to center it in front. That one knocked away. Here come the Huskies. They got numbers. It's a 3-on-1. Newland for Theodosopoulos. Back for Newland. And the pass out of her reach. Boy, I think the Huskies might want that one back again. Newland works out front again, trying to tuck it in on the short side. And then the loose puck is steered out as Thiessen will retrieve. Up for Newland. Newland at the blue line, long shot there. It's an easy save for Levy. And 11 past Wilgren. Boy, that's a gutsy play there by the freshman to step up and take that puck away from Tilke. Because if that puck got away, Tilke was off to the races on a 2-on-1 with her line mate Haley Theodosopoulos. As Wilgren, Huskies are starting to get more chances here in the third period. Levy, though, has been able to come up pretty strong here for St. Cloud. 10-8 are the shots in this period, favoring Mankato to this point. Truax now winds up. Cannot find the net there as it sails wide. Wilgren holding it in at the left point, who sends it behind the net. Now St. Cloud breaking out with under 5 minutes to play. Bates will send it in, knocked around. Tilke there settles it down, looking for Theodosopoulos. The pass just too far in front. Now Budarek will send it ahead for McLaughlin here, 2-on-2. McLaughlin steered wide there by the defenseman Bates, and then the centering pass goes all the way through. McLaughlin behind the St. Cloud net here as the Mavericks will make a partial change. McLaughlin throws it in front and held in the zone by Cederberg. Chance for Kolstad, sends one wide. This Kolstad, Boyd, and McLaughlin line, the best line on the ice here today for either team. They have played well and have accounted for both Maverick goals to this point. Right back in. Boyd for the Mavericks, but coming in from an angle here was Bingham to knock it away. And I'll play it out. This was with a high stick, but Bingham will play it first for the Huskies. So play goes on, and now we have a times. They have done the exact thing to the Golden Gophers. They have tied the hockey game here with 1:08 left on 19:52 will be the time of the goal. And the Huskies have been able to equalize things here today. Thiessen from Kluge and Wemple, 18:52. We are tied at 2, and it's going to look like we might head to overtime. But here come the Mavericks with some other ideas. Fleming out front, chance for Bryant, turned away. Palusny, the rebound, pushed behind. Now Bryant again. Across for Jackson. Jackson center between the circles, take it away, look out. Here comes Newland, 3-on-2. Newland trying to slide it across. Theodosopoulos couldn't catch up. Held in though by Herzog, for a moment anyway. Back comes Bryant now with 16 to play. Wemple, nice job there to knock the puck back to center ice. Now Boyd has to wait for Bryant to get back on side. She'll dump the puck in. Just 2 seconds left to go. And we're going to head to overtime here in our first game. Ahead for Anthony. Anthony will slide it ahead. Bryant is there. Bryant will center. That one off the stick of Anthony. And here come the Huskies back here with Newland. Newland with a goal in this hockey game. Cuts to her left. Loses the puck as she now works it around. Kaderka up half wall. And I think it was Bingham that took a shot to the wall for St. Cloud. Back in. Fleming in for the Mavericks. Uniah Newland for the Huskies. And Fleming comes out with the puck. Fleming behind the net for the Mavericks. Throws it back to the line. This is Wilgren trying to shoot. Off the stick of Fleming. Works around. Brooke Bryant was there but couldn't get the shot away. Now carried in behind by Truex as the Huskies come away with the puck here. Theodosopoulos at the line, just good. Newland couldn't keep it on her stick as it rolls out to center ice. One minute to go here in the overtime. 2-2 between St. Cloud and Mankato. Fleming for Bryant. Bryant looking, throws it on net, rebound. Oh, Anthony got a piece of it but couldn't connect. Kolstad, a late addition here to the line on the ice for the Mavericks. Face-off win, Huskies. Wemple will shoot. That one deflected to the corner. And that'll do it. So we go. Native of Zurich, Switzerland. A record of 3-9-1 this year, a 2.21 goals against, save percentage of .941. She has played just one game against Minnesota this season, made 41 saves, and allowed 4 goals. And we'll draw another face-off as we have played 60 seconds. Taylor Wente centering the line of Grace Zumwinkle and Nicole Schammel, probably Minnesota's most consistent line throughout this year. Zumwinkle is the leading scorer for Minnesota with 14 goals, while Schammel is the assist and the point leader for the Golden Gophers with 20 assists and 26 points. Brown for the Gophers centered off the stick of Schammel into the corner. And Hannah Bates here will flip it high off the glass behind the St. Cloud net to the far corner. Tatum Geyer reverses it and now played off the glass by Bates out to center ice. Knocked back in by the Gophers. Minnesota changes out a minute and a half into the hockey game. Hannah Bates, long pass up for Julie Knight. Last night's crowd was great. 2256 was the official attendance. we might have seen numbers just a little bit higher for the Gopher game than that 22-56 figure. We had a lot of seats here. Failed. Gophers score. And it's redirected and forward. Wente with her 9th of the season. Sophomore from Plymouth here with that line of Schammel and Zumwinkle continue to produce time and time again. The most consistent line by far for Minnesota this season. Now the Gophers coming the other way. Here's Sarah Potomac, 3-on-3, cutting to the middle. Fanned on the pass, though. She wanted to get it across for Brown. Newland here ahead for Theodosopoulos. 2-on-1 potentially. Theodosopoulos at the far dot. Let's go a shot, but Sid, 2 shots were 52-17. St. Cloud comes in. They have averaged giving up more than 40 shots a game. They lead the country in saves, but yeah, when you're giving up 40 shots on goal a game, I guess that's an easy stat to figure out. It's not one really that you need to be overly proud of. Now Theodosopoulos from below the line trying to center, broken up by Scobie. Back comes Minnesota here left to right. Amy Potomac down the right wing wall, trying to feed it in front. Geyer there broke that up, but Potomac gets it back, rings it around for Taylor Williamson. For Woken. Woken back to the line. Here's Brown across to the right side. Knowles. Knowles shoots low. That one was going well. Looks a little bit on their heels here to start the hockey game. In particular, Janine Alder is not at a good start here for the Huskies in goal. Bouncing puck. Finally settled down by Panic. Panic at the dot. Feeds it low. Sky had to play it off the boards, and then Sky got knocked down to the ice by Newland. Anaya Newland. Fine freshman player out of Finland. Now we're going to get a hook here on Skaya. Well, that's, I mean, it's a good penalty call, yeah, but what happened to the, I think the call on Skaya could have got a cross check there, too. We got 9 minutes to play in the first period. 2-0 Minnesota. Now Yanina Newland left it at the point, intercepted by Schammel. Here comes Nicole. Gaining the zone down the right. She has Olivia Knowles jumping up into the play here in the goal crease, but Schammel forced behind by Wemple, and then we're going to have a penalty here as Wemple, as I said, St. Cloud allows more shots on goal per game than any team in the country. Maybe with the exception of Post after they gave up 72 to Lindenwood last night. Did you see that? 12-0 Lindenwood beat Post. Shots were 72-1. Tilke behind the Minnesota net. Oh, almost tucked it in. Newland fanned on it. Now Amy Potomac back after Hansen falls down. Odd man rush with Potomac down the right to the net. Fires on goal. Alder the save with Alex Woken looking for the read away from Geyer. Over for Katie Robinson, who couldn't handle it. It was just handcuffed her a little bit as another long shot, this time from Brown, goes wide. Robinson has jumped up to play a forward spot here for Minnesota. Knowles throws it to the net. Robinson was there. Heisey gets a loose puck now in the near circle, shoots low, but Alder is there. Deep in the offensive zone, skates past Wiley. Oaken still with the puck to the point for Patty Marshall. For Sophie Skarzinski. Skarzinski shot blocked by Theodosopoulos. Skarzinski trying to clear, knocked it down. Taylor Williamson holds the zone, 1 minute to play. Taylor throws it wide. Now Katie Skaya in a race for that puck, able to knock it behind the net, but there's Abby Thiessen there to take it away. Amy Potomac had the puck go underneath her stick in the near wall. The Minnesota Gophers continue to hold the zone here now, making a change as Skaya comes up with a puck, taking it away from Thiessen. Knocks it behind the net. Here's Sarah Potomac swooping in. Potomac takes a wide turn, comes up near the blue line, still with the puck, and then it's forced out of the zone. Again, too much puck handling, stick handling. They're not moving the puck around as well as they did early on. Now here comes Julia Tilke. She's a dangerous player, but well played by Ostertag. Now Panic at the blue line, kind of coughed it up there. Theodosopoulos gets to a puck now, fires wide, not even near the goal. And Ostertag will clear with just 7 seconds left. Well, you could have taken a nap here those last 14 minutes of this period, as the Gophers will take a 2-0. They'll send it into the Minnesota zone. Stopped by Sydney Scobie there for Sophie Skarzinski. 1:09 into the period. Zumwinkle rings the puck in, stopped by Alder behind the net. Now Geyer runs into Schammel. The puck comes free to Zumwinkle. Up for Knowles at the point, over for Brown. Brown will quickly release it down low for Wente, and then she threw it in front, cleared away. Now Knowles, a shot blocked by Theodosopoulos. At least the Gophers come out. They get some chances here, buzzing the net, but unable to punch another one past Janine Alder. Again, the 2 goals scored in the first 6 minutes of the first period. St. Cloud really has not had much of a sniff here as far as good quality chances, though, in this game, as Zumwinkle fanned on one. Schammel here sent it behind the net. Wente battling, but coming in and sweeping it away was Yanina Newland. Newland ahead for Tilke out at center ice. She'll gain the Minnesota line. Long shot on the ice, steered away by Scobie for Minnesota. Now Theodosopoulos knocks it below the line for Tilke. Tilke to the point. For Bates, rather. Bates hands it off for Newland. Newland back for Bates on the hash mark. Again, working it around here. Theodosopoulos trying to throw it in front there. It hit the outside of the net. Now Newland again here as the Gophers all of a sudden again seem to be bottled up, unable to get the puck away. Now Tilke out front. Spinning shot here at a low angle here is saved by Scobie. She got the left pad out on the post on the near side and prevented Tilke from getting that one through. Again, the Gophers just, I don't know, just not the sense of urgency that perhaps we've seen that now that they lead 2-0. On the ice as the penalty time has expired. Now Julia Tilke able to dig it out of a scrum. She's tied up by Panic. Those two fall down behind the cage, and now the puck covered up by the body of Haley Theodis. So the Gophers have to go up 3-0 at 8:36. Less than a minute later, Huskies get on the board, and here they are back on the attack. Here's Bates firing a shot, hits traffic. Skarzinski with the block there, hobbling around a little bit. Now Newland with the puck, and Newland with some room. Look out, Newland fires right on. Scobie the save, and Robinson sweeps it away. Robinson had it for a moment. Tilke knocked it away. Now Newland plays it across for Theodosopoulos. Hops her stick. Geyer there, rings it back behind. Gophers bottled up here in their own zone here. We've passed the halfway point of the hockey game. Gophers lead 3-1. Newland at the line here. Feeds it down the wall, but Skarzinski picks it off. Now throws it ahead for Emily Oden. Oden coming in. Centering pass off the skates of Gunderson. Robinson picks up here for Minnesota in the corner. Now cycles Gunderson. Deanna Gunderson, the senior from Roseau, back to the point. Here's a shot right on by Ostertag. Robinson kicking at the puck as her stick is tied up by Geyer. Now Robinson comes in, throws a shoulder down. Panic comes up with the puck. Wanted to feed it low for Skaya. Hits a skate though. And now Newland will clear back to the Minnesota line. Hengler sweeps it away right in front of the St. Cloud bench. Now Bingham golfs it in the middle. Alex to the net. Couldn't get the shot away, and then tried to throw it in front for Williamson. It hit the side of the net. And the puck ends up. Amy Potomac, Yanina Newland, and Amy wins this draw. Potomac trying to bank a pass to herself, but ran into Tilke. Huskies knock it back to the red line. Now Williamson plays it in. I think it's a good play. We didn't get an indication from the linesman that it wasn't good. So play goes on. Amy Potomac feeds the point. Skarzinski across for Marshall. Marshall shoots, and that one. Wente wins a draw. Now Brown will shoot. Zumwinkle tied up in front. Haley Theodosopoulos knocks it out to center ice. Here comes Yanina Newland. Newland had a goal yesterday. Feeds it to the outside of the Minnesota net. And then Tilke knocked it into the pads of Sydney Scobie, who covers up at the far post. And we have 3:18. Face-off win Minnesota out of their own zone. Emily Brown dumps it in deep. Zumwinkle after it, tied up by Thiessen. Gophers changing. And Theodosopoulos leads the charge back now down the left wing here for St. Cloud. Center for Tilke. Tilke shot on. Oh, Scobie with the stop, and now we're going to have a penalty on Minnesota, I believe, for the 3. St. Cloud 1. Each team with a goal. Zumwinkle for Minnesota, Thiessen for St. Cloud. Gophers win a draw. Here comes Woken across the line, gains the zone, fakes the pass, and then trying to slide it across, hit Rachel Herzog in the skates. Herzog takes a loose puck now, retreats below the line for Tilke. Tilke feeds it for Newland. Janina Newland here gets past Ostertag, but lost the puck momentarily as she skates into the corner. Hengler comes in, takes it away, chips it out to center ice with 18 to go. Herzog again in her own zone, backhand flip across. Theodosopoulos couldn't handle it. Back comes Minnesota with Amy Potomac, and her long shot from the line, gloved and dropped by Alder. 5 seconds to go. Williamson with the puck battling out front. Here's Amy Potomac trying to slide it for Woken, and Kenzie Wiley was all over Zumwinkle. And Grace able to get that backhander. So Zumwinkle, her second of the game. Taylor Williamson picks up her 3rd point of the weekend. And for Zumwinkle, that's her 5th goal against St. Cloud State on the year. Here comes Schammel right back in. Lost it for a moment. Zumwinkle holds the zone. Now Schammel will ring it around to the right corner. Taylor Wente chips it behind. Schammel trying to wrap it around, but it was stripped by Newland for St. Cloud State. Tilke trying to clear. Brown holds it in. It got all the way through. Alder the save with Schammel providing the screen out front. Now Newland moving in. Newland will fire on Sydney Scobie today, so 3 goals on the tournament for Grace Zumwinkle. Grace has just been carrying the load here for Minnesota now. 8 goals in the last 6 games for Minnesota. Here comes Tilke, nice move with Theodosopoulos. I don't know if Tilke wanted to shoot or pass it, but ends up in the corner. Hengler will get it out of the zone, played ahead here by Minnesota. Wente for Zumwinkle. Zumwinkle to the net, slid it across. Schammel, stopped by Alder. Good pass, Zumwinkle. Schammel had a good shot, but Alder got a piece of it to keep it out. Now Wente off for Schammel in the corner for Zumwinkle. Pass was awfully firm there, and Zummy couldn't keep it on her stick. Past the 5-minute mark here of the period. Behind the net, this is Hansen for St. Cloud, trying to play it up, but Hengler knocked it right back to Olivia Hansen. Now Hansen for Theodosopoulos, ahead Newland. Newland on the breakaway to the Minnesota net, and Sydney Scobie makes the stop on the breakaway, knocking a puck down out of midair. Williamson center, that hops the stick of Woken. Now Theodosopoulos and Woken battle after the puck. Bates trying to clear. Hengler holds it in, throws it to the net. Nobody home though, and Janine Alder has no problem in correct. Gophers had 39 shots already here in the hockey game. That matches their season average of 38 and a half. And nearly at the season average that St. Cloud gives up. And we still have, again, 11:45 to play. Amy Potomac, too much stick handling there. And the Huskies able to knock it out to center ice. Ostertag in her own zone. Across for Crystalline Hengler. Now Hengler able to turn. Fire it up for Williamson. Williamson dumps it in. It deflects on goal. Alder there to sweep it away for Thiessen. Thiessen's pass too far for Newland, but now Skarzinski trying to chip it out of the zone. Hits Newland, and the puck deflects deep into the Gopher zone. Skarzinski leaving it for Marshall behind the Minnesota net, and then Marshall's pass intercepted by Dynick. Dynick able to play it low for Newland. Newland out front again. Dynick got a shot away. Scobie able to close up the gap on the far post. And here comes Minnesota racing back with Williamson down the left wing. Williamson centered. And Zumwinkle crashing down the middle. Could not connect with the Frisbee pass. Now the puck comes out front from Zumwinkle. And deflects right to Janine Alder. 10:46. Katie Robinson coming in for the face-off against Yanina Newland. St. Cloud wins this one and clears back to the center ice line. Marshall now quickly back ahead for Oden. Oden putting on the brakes here at the near half wall. Feeds it below the line for Woken. Woken across for Robinson at the back of the net. Out front, here's Skarzinski. Dodges Tilke and then fires into the pads of Newland. Here come the Huskies back as Newland takes the feed from Theodosopoulos. Newland forced wide by Marshall. Passes it to the net, but cut off there by Oden. And Oden gets it out to center ice for Woken. She was tied up, picked up by Oden, and then Robinson offside at the line here. Haynes here in this Minnesota Cup Championship game. Heise in against Haig. Haig able to pull it back for Thiessen. Over for Wemple. Taylor Wemple will shoot, redirect Haig just wide. Robinson clears up the half wall. Thiessen couldn't keep it in. Here comes Heise with an empty net, and Taylor Heise puts it in for Minnesota.